These stories are inspired by the actual case files of the Office of Scientific Investigation and Research.
Fais ton travail si tu veux voir ta femme et ta famille. C'est bien compris? Tu m'entends?
Oui.
Peut-il parler avec moi?
Non, monsieur.
Après 40 ans, la conversation me manque. Croyez-vous en Dieu ou le diable?
Mon Dieu, c'est...
Things have been getting worse.
Well, this should tell us everything we need to know.
We don't have time for mistakes. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Great works of fiction are founded on real events more often than is recognized. For example, in 17th century France, a man was imprisoned for decades, his face hidden behind an iron mask. The French novelist Alexandre Dumas and others over the centuries have tried to uncover this prisoner's identity. The OSIR would continue this search in case file 298322.
I need to put him somewhere.
Yeah, well, why here?
He won't go anywhere else. The mobile lab, central lab, he won't even go to my apartment. He considers this neutral territory.
How long?
Just 2 or 3 days.
Okay. At least I get to see you, right?
Yes. Thank you.
How bad can this be?
How do you do? I'm Michael Kelly.
Hi.
You know, there's nothing so dispiriting as an empty bar. And I say that as a drunk dry out.
Would you mind if we...
Yeah, I'll let you two talk.
Thanks. So, how long has it been?
35 days and counting from the night I fell asleep in the men's room. When I woke and saw the pad on the tile floor on my face, I had a kind of exorcism. I saw the devil come right out of my throat, go right down the drain. Wouldn't it be nice if the OSIR got rid of its own demons?
What are you talking about? Do you mean Elsinger?
No, I mean the guy that pulls the strings. The chairman. Maybe you should try and find Matthew. He might understand, all right?
Why should I listen to anything you say, Mike? You lied to me. You used me.
I had to.
Isn't there some 12-step thing here, some forgiveness you're supposed to ask for?
What, from you?
Cut the crap, you two. Mike, who is the chairman?
I don't have a name yet.
Okay, then what do you know?
Are we working together here?
Tell us what you have, then I'll decide.
Well, this man has amassed immense power over the years.
And kept a low profile.
Lower than Howard Hughes. And he controls a series of interlocking companies and their presidents. Grant Tesler, Christine Ambrose, and an assassin with military connections. But all his key lieutenants are dead now. Except one.
Elsinger.
Mm-hmm.
And they all work directly with Elsinger on the project that Peter now heads up.
Now, you two have a very small window of opportunity. The chairman is isolated, therefore he's vulnerable, so you have to act now, before they complete his work.
Oh, we're not CIA, Mike.
You want something paranormal?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Dublin, 1885. Oslo, 1938. And Kampuchea, 1976. They're the same man. All 3 pictures.
You wanted to see me?
Anything on the blood sample I sent you?
Yeah, we're working on it.
And work faster.
You know, Frank, if you let me in on the big picture, I'm sure it would speed things up.
When I promoted you to be my executive science advisor, you said you could do the impossible. Well, now's your chance.
I still have to follow basic protocol.
You're in the big leagues now, Peter. Commitments have been made. The fallout, should we fail to live up to those commitments, could be less than pleasant.
For who? Is this, fallout gonna affect the team?
Well, that's not your concern now, is it?
3 or 4 weeks.
2 days.
Frank!
This is not a false deadline!
I understand.
And, Peter? Congratulations on your promotion.
I think we can trust him.
Consider this source a recovering alcoholic.
Consider that he set aside his pride and came to talk to us.
These could be fakes.
Okay, I'll check them out.
Matt, forget your history with Kelly for the moment. What if there's a chance that this chairman is immortal?
What's your angle, Mike?
Vengeance. Let's just leave it at that.
You're not gonna make this easy, are you?
I never had it easy.
Okay. Where do we start?
Well, the one place I don't want to go, inside the OSIR. Reopen the Michael Byrne case. Only this time, find out everything.
I've arranged these machines as best I remember them. The boy was here. Mosher was trying to heal him. Elsinger and his colleagues were in there.
Ryan, what's happening? I'm sorry, sir. He's dying.
But no chairman.
Not in the flesh, but he's probably on a video feed.
If the chairman's immortal, why the interest in Michael Byrne?
Elsinger finally arranged for permission for an autopsy on Michael Byrne. The body was here. I left to get a fresh kit.
And he was gone.
Yeah.
Video surveillance?
Non-functional at the time.
That's convenient.
I did manage to save this, though. It's the sheet that was covering the body. It's not our standard issue. It came with Michael from the hospital.
Which hospital?
Well, there's no laundry markings.
Don't you have anything?
This is it, Matt.
What are you guys doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
I think I'll go get this analyzed.
Didn't know there was an investigation on the go.
Just following up on the Michael Byrne case. How do you find time to schmooze with your new job?
I'm concerned about the team.
Don't be. We're doing just fine without you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It's not exactly what I meant. Frank's up to something.
I gotta get back to work.
Matt, just listen to me, all right? He's got me cutting corners. He's not accounting for safety measures. I think he's scared. Look, I don't have the big picture, but I know it's gonna come back on us.
Great, whatever it is. Thank you for sharing.
Just watch your back, all right?
Hey, you came to me!
Hey, Peter. What's with him?
Kelly's photos check out?
They sure do. They're not fakes. This guy's still out there.
Medical notes. Hendricks recording. I'm still concerned about my participation in the case. Particularly because it may have contributed to the death of a child.
Frank, what's happening? I'm sorry, sir. I'm afraid he's dying.
Why would the chairman choose to observe the Michael Byrne test healing? Perhaps because he cannot experience death, he wants to watch it unfold in all its glory. How do I begin to understand the psychology of someone who's lived for generations? Hendricks out.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, can I help you?
Yes, we're looking for Bishop Street.
Yeah, you go down to the end of the street here, you turn right.
I know you. I saw you at a physics conference.
Yeah, well, could be.
What are you working on now?
It's a sorting program. Orders genetic information and lets you clearly see the abnormalities and how to fix them.
Sounds complicated. But I trust it's going well.
It should be done by this week.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Sun's awfully bright, isn't it, Peter?
I didn't get a good look at him, Frank. How can you be sure it's the chairman?
I know how he works. What did you tell him?
Nothing. I told him the work would be done this week.
Not at this rate, it won't.
Is he behind this? Huh, is this research for him?
You wanted to see me?
Yes, Curtis. From now on, your team will report directly to Axon.
So we're in the middle of 2 investigations.
Then drop them. I set the priorities here. You will provide Axon with all necessary support, including full security.
Can this wait?
No. You need to see this. I'm doing a background check on your pal Kelly.
Oh. Did Matt put you up to this?
No. I wanted to see what Kelly was really doing this past year.
Okay, for the past year, Mike's been underground in Belize.
Did you also know he's been in lockup for the past 6 months, awaiting trial?
What?
Or according to OSIR files, he's been consulting for Elsinger.
Yeah, that's really like Mike. And he was doing it from jail, right?
Someone's spreading serious disinformation about your pal Kelly.
Probably Mike himself, covering his tracks.
Look, just be careful, okay? We don't know where this guy's leading us.
So Peter has my team taking off everything to map out someone's genetic code. Whose? His.
Has he got a name?
Peter couldn't say.
Yeah, there's a surprise.
No. He would have told me if he could. The subject on this disc is a partial match to one of the kids in Hallowell's study. Who she is?
Never met her.
That's because Frank doesn't like us telling stories out of school.
Swell day for a confab.
Jane, this is Matt Prager.
Oh.
Heard good things, have you?
Okay, why don't I go first? My team's been studying a scientific condition that causes rapid aging in children.
Progeria?
Yes.
Was Michael Byrne one of your subjects?
Until he was pulled out of the study.
We've all been working on facets of the same problem. All right, thanks.
Prager, do you know how Michael's doing?
Frank?
I really don't have time for this, Matthew.
Make the time.
They weren't my men, so whose were they? How should I know? Did they have any identifying features?
Yeah, small brains, large guns.
Seeing you always brightens my day, Matthew. I thought you'd be en route to Cooper. He's quite excited about his Yeti sighting.
How's the chairman connected to Michael Byrne?
That's a dead issue, Matthew.
I am gonna find out, Frank. And if you get screwed in the process, so much the better.
Wrap out your case and go and meet Cooper. What are you doing here?
Checking on my investment. You like those? My people took them. You are losing control, Frank. I don't want Axon disturbed.
I'll keep on to him.
You have the cure, don't you?
We're close. 3, maybe 4 weeks.
Look at me, Frank.
Look at me. Axon said this week you'd be finished this week. No. I don't have time for this. I just don't have time. Where did you get this? I don't hide behind some outdated schoolboy code of loyalty.
How's it feel to have the shoe on the other foot? You know, sometimes I wonder why you brought me into this organization in the first place.
Because I trusted you. Because you were my friend. And I needed my friends around me.
Then as a friend, come clean.
I can't. Now, I know that you see me as some sort of bad guy, and I suppose from your perspective that's justified, but in many ways I share your frustrations.
Then share your information.
I can't, Matthew, for your own safety. I can't.
Well, I guess friendship's no longer an issue.
Right now, I'm your only protection.
What a comfort.
Anton Hendricks' supplementary report. Nothing in Michael Burns' chart indicates who originally treated him, or where. Even his script bottle for Bandrol has no identifying marks. Checking electronic record. Despite his fragile appearance, it seems that he was well cared for. However, without an Whoever moved Michael to Central Lab had him hooked up to machines running on battery power. These batteries have a life of 20, 30 minutes at most. They're completely drained.
That narrows the range of hospitals to check.
Lindsay, in that range, do any of the hospitals stock Bandrol?
Only one, St. Beatrice.
I harvested DNA from the sheet Michael Byrne died in, ran a comparison with the man Peter's studying. Michael Byrne and Peter's subject are very close.
How close?
Well, according to the DNA, father and son.
What? You sure?
Yes. Dad has the progeria gene, but it's recessive. Matt, the configurations of his DNA, it's bizarre. We could spend years studying this.
Claire, I'm sorry it's happening.
Anton? Anton? What now?
Matt? Matt?
Access denied. Central Lab has been sealed. Access denied. Central Lab has been sealed.
Hello? Hello?
Someone will be with you in a moment. Please stand by.
Frank, how long are we trapped in this stand-down mode?
As long as it takes. Our security has been compromised. The threat is serious. Central Lab will remain locked down until the threat has been removed.
So what do we do until then?
You could complete your work. I still have people to answer to.
The chairman.
And we're at the stage where we could use the contribution of a medical doctor.
And if I refuse?
Well, I can't hold a gun to your head, Anton.
Let's get to work.
All communications are down.
I can't raise the video link to Central Lab.
Central Lab is on a level 7 security alert, completely shut down.
What would scare Frank enough to shut down shop?
Ray, make sure Anton's okay. Lindsay, you're with me. Oh. Now you know why I quit the ballet. According to this, access to the mainframe's in there.
Let's go. Shh.
Here he is.
Okay. It's gonna take me a while to hack into the files. Yes.
Dispatch, Sector 17 is clear. Moving on to Sector 8.
This looks like the sheet Michael Byrne was wrapped in.
I got the father's name. Come on, let's go.
Affirmative, broken window. Looks like mainline computer cables have been tampered with. We may have an intruder. Repeat, we may have an intruder. All units on lookout. Copy that, 17. Return to station. 13, recon 8B, 13, sector 8B.
Dispatch, this is 21. Any description of the possible intruders?
Negative.
They're in Michael's room.
Could you give me a moment, please?
St. Beatrice is considered an active hospital. That's how they're ordering the drugs.
Why do I think it only had one patient, Michael Byrne?
Michael's father is Francis Xavier Byrne. He's our chairman, Matt. This is the only known photo of him. I took it from Veritek's annual report. He's our man in Oslo. Dead ringers.
Jesus. Where's Byrne now?
I don't know. There's not much on him. He's a recluse.
Yeah, so we draw him out.
Well, how? He doesn't work. He pays no taxes. He has no known associations. If he has a house, he never comes out of it.
Well, what about Veritech board meetings?
No, that was taken 10 years ago. He hasn't attended a meeting since.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be there.
You see the gap in the genetic code?
The flow of the progeria gene. Can you move that in closer?
What we're trying to do is create a genetic splice.
Gene therapy. Fill in the blank. Add healthy genes to the gap in the chromosome.
Ending progeria. Would have saved Michael Burns' life.
That's good work. Do you ever think about how your work is going to be used? Or by who?
Doesn't matter if we're saving lives.
You still need a delivery system.
That's where you come in. We need you to marry the replacement gene to a non-harmful virus.
You want me to inject this cocktail?
Oh, yes. Thereby slowing down the aging process and giving us our first glimpse of immortality.
You're still up?
Yes. Is Axon sleeping?
Somewhere.
That's it. The cure.
It's rough, but it's a prototype.
You're joking.
Healthy genes attached to a virus. Axon's laid some terrific groundwork.
I expected no less.
It'll still require years of clinical testing.
Of course. Thank you, Anton.
Traeger? Miss Dorn? I believe you're looking for me. Your associate, Mr. Elsinger, has gone missing. I want the progeria cure he and Axon were preparing.
Mr. Byrne, your son is dead. You remember him? You couldn't even be bothered to show up at his bedside.
I was monitoring the situation. I couldn't take the risk.
What are you afraid of?
Of death. Aren't you?
Well, I'm not immortal.
And you are.
It's just my internal clock. After I reached maturity, it ran slower than everyone else's. You have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
You want the world for her? What would you do if she were ill, crying out to you in pain? The very thing which caused me to age slowly was perverted, reversed in Michael. He was dying.
And now so am I.
So you bought the OSIR to prevent it.
And they failed. I can give you the information to destroy Elsinger. Get me to him.
Addendum. Reviewing the blood work on the subject, it appears his metabolism is changing, slowing down. He may only have months to live.
You're not going to help Byrne, are you?
Mike, how do you know this guy?
Investigating Cambodia. The killing fields. He was a friend and an advisor to Pol Pot. They were a couple of death junkies, feeding each other's habit.
So what do I do with him?
Expose him. Turn over the rocks that I don't want to lift anymore. But do it now before they kill you.
You think you can talk me into just about anything.
If a person has faith, they are always open to persuasion. You, for example, are fascinated by people. You believe in their basic good.
Yes.
Despite everything you've seen.
I'm not feeling...
You want to help the people you interview. You want to help me.
Yes.
Does Prager know where Elsinger is?
Where's Lindsay? What have you done with her?
You're not going to help me, are you? Mr. Prager, let's go for a walk. Tell Frank I have his friend.
What can I do for you? The chairman's got Matt.
I know.
Then why aren't you doing something about it?
He wants a cure for his condition, for his newfound mortality.
Well, then tell him you've got it.
I do.
Good. It'll be all the more convincing when you talk to him on the phone.
Very good, Frank. He's bought you some more time.
Gives us a chance to get acquainted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about your son.
I did have my hopes. I had hoped that Michael might have the same mutation I did. That bone marrow transplants and blood transfusions from him might help me. But he was defective.
He was your son.
Ever wonder what it feels like, Mr. Prager, to bleed to death?
This way. Just follow me.
Hey! Get down!
Don't move.
Are you all right? Yeah. Where's Elsinger? Frank!
Take it easy, Matthew. Let him go.
When we're done, I put myself in your hands. I laid out a lot of money. I made introductions. I built your organization. I did not ask for much in return!
Here it is. The replacement genes. The end result of all your resources.
I never really thought you'd pull it off.
It's all right, Matthew. I made my deal. I just have to live with it.
So, this is what it's like.
No. Matt, get a stretcher.
Stay with me, Matt. Stay with me. Matt, stay with us. Come on, Matt. He's lost a lot of blood.
Matt, can you hear me?
Clear the way!
We're gonna get you help. We're gonna be all right.
Keep the press clear. Make sure the ambulance can get through. Go!
Burns' genetic quirk was the exact opposite of his son's.
Yes? So?
And you knew that if he injected himself with the progeria cure, it'd kill him.
I knew that I could trade your work to save Prager's life.
Can you clear your name, Frank?
You should go and help your friend, Peter.
Francis Burns seemed to be an ageless man, clinging to his wealth and power, deluding himself and taking comfort in his own fiction that he was immortal. No matter how hard he struggled against the inevitable payment to death, his power would fade away with him, leaving little behind but ashes and memories.
What do you want to do with all this?
I have what I need. Burn it. Burn it all.